Hi guys and welcome back to another F1 video. First race, we won in Bahrain. Great victory for us. Great way to start the season. Going into Imola now. You know, it's quite difficult because if you crash, it's over. That's F1. So I'm just sort of hoping that I can make it for as long as possible, and I've got to try and be sensible, not diving into corners and all that sort of stuff. We'll skip to the third practice session and just give that a go, get used to the track, go to qualifying and go from there. So what are we going to look at? Qualifying pace, start, flying lap. So hopefully, this goes well. And obviously, make sure to like and subscribe for more F1 content. Hit the notification bell just so you don't miss anything. And let's get into our first lap around Imola in practice. See if we can set a good time. Definitely could have went through that faster. And there's a bit of gravel. Very glad we went into practice because that is not going very well so far. It automatically flashes back. I'm not sure how to stop that, to be honest. So we'll just carry on as we are. What am I doing? That was horribly wide. But I'm still up on my delta somehow. That was a pretty decent corner there. That is definitely exceeding track limits, but first on the speed trap. That's gravel again, and that's another spin. This is not going well at all. Okay, I'm going to have to be very careful when it comes to this race. I don't know why I just keep going on the gravel and spinning the car. Okay, return to garage. Let's just end that practice. Get into qualifying straight away. I mean, hopefully it ends up being better than that because that was pretty awful. Qualifying in the rain. I mean, the second fastest time on the grid, sure. Very, very rainy. We've got braking system fault. That's probably from flying into a wall, but let's give this a go. Full wet, so I don't really know what time I should be aiming for here. God knows. That is not a very good start. I am not going to get a good lap in the wet at all. Let's try to activate DRS, forgetting that it's raining. Okay, so if we can get past Bottas, that has to be up there. That's got to be like top 3 if we manage to get past him. But okay, well, may as well save the embarrassment of going straight into that wall. Go straight back in the garage. Right until the lap. Until it calms down a bit. Everyone's sort of in now. So they're saying go intermediates rather than wets. Give it a go. Hopefully we can get a bit more pace. And not spin. Oh, this looks like wet rather than intermediate to me, but God knows. I mean, everyone else is still on wets. Oh no, sorry, everyone else has done their best lap on a wet, but everyone's in the garage. Apart from Leclerc, I think. Probably doing an in-lap, but... Okay, we've made it further than we did last time, which is nice, and this is looking like pretty decent pace. No gravel there this time. Push it around the corner. Bit of spin in there, but recovered. Chase down whoever's in front of us. Is it Leclerc? Yeah, I believe so. Fastest sector 2. It's always very nice. And he's first, and we've caught up to him well this lap, so it looks like it could be a pretty good qualifying lap. Leclerc has moved out of the way. No! It had been a good lap. No, we can't flash that back. We've messed up there massively. We've got to go back in the garage. Am I not going to set a qualifying time here? Repair the front wing. Flying lap. Have we got enough time for this? I hope so, because if not, we're not going to set a time. Which means, well, we start at the back for qualifying, but that was such a good lap, and then at the end, Leclerc stops, so I had to go round him, and it just messed it up for me a bit. Oh, for God's... You know what? I'm flashing back that. I don't care. That's a slight lapse in concentration. Around Alonso. We've got enough time for one lap, but obviously it has to be perfect. Let me at least make it to the lap first, which I don't seem to be able to do. The thing is, if I'm on my lap and I mess up, then sure, but if I'm only building up to the lap, you know, I'm doing my flying lap and I haven't yet got into my lap, then I'll flash back because, well, I don't know. I just will. That was such a late break. We're in the gravel. Alonso's gone back past us. Okay, this is not going to be a good lap at all. I mean, we'll be lucky to not start at the back. Can we go past Alonso again? Might have to push it a little bit. Bit of front wing damage there. I mean, we've went wide. We've forced Alonso off the track. And the car now doesn't turn. But we've basically just took that as a straight line. Just guide it around the corner, nice and slow. And again. That's where I messed up last time. This is the lap we're going to have to go with. I think we were in a good spot there. We were about 6th or 7th, which, I mean, I'll take. That was horrendous qualifying. 5th. Happily take a 5th. Bottas at the front. We weren't too far off the front row. You know. 0.4 seconds is not that much time. Where'd our teammate finish? 17th. Okay, so he's not gonna get any points unless there's a bit of a miracle. But we'll take that 5th place. Happy with that. After such a poor qualifying, to get 5th place is good going. And just hopefully we can do well now in the race. Might be a bit difficult. $16 laps. Let's drop the fuel load down. I'm starting 4th now. Bottas must have taken a penalty. Well, maybe he's got COVID. Maybe they've added that in. Okay, yeah. We've blocked out Perez. Nearly went on the gravel. Perez is now past us. So, you know, we're in 5th now, which is where we were supposed to start anyway. Poor corners again. Very, very poor. I don't know what's going on. Come on, Perez, overtake me. Oh, Perez. Perez has just went in front of me and basically brake checked me. Which means we're pitting on the first lap. God damn it, he overtook me, went straight in front of me and broke straight away. That is basically, I've basically been brake checked by the computer. Which is, you know, always fun. Replace the whole front wing and the tyres, may as well, on hards for the rest of the race. And we are far behind now. This is not the race we wanted at all. So I guess we're doing a last to first. Well, not first, because I'm not going to get to first at all, but a last to somewhere. I mean, if we finish in the points now, that's good. We're just going to have to spend, obviously, the whole race on hards. Which just means, to be fair, there's no traffic for, I don't know, 5 laps, 6 laps until people pit. So, if anything, it could be a blessing. If I don't end up with a penalty for exceeding track limits. That's fastest sector 2. I think, to be honest, we're looking pretty good now that we're nowhere near anyone. But we've got a lot of time. Well, we've basically got 10 seconds to make up from the front wing damage, I guess, because, I mean, we're not going to pit again, so if we can make up that time, then that'll be brilliant. Well, I smell a fastest lap. Maybe not. So already, when Schumacher and Mazepin pit, we will be ahead of them. Probably Latifi and Giovinazzi as well. Which is always nice. We just set our fastest sector 1, but we haven't really had a sector 1 so far. Because obviously the first one was, well, a standing start, and the second one was out of the pits. So that's not surprising at all. Nearly lost control there, which would have ruined everything. Nice sector 2 as well. This will be our fastest lap so far, by far. What has happened to Perez? Wait, what? With 30 seconds off Perez, but he's 21st. Now, oh, okay, it hadn't updated. Perez must have had an incident. Sector 1 wasn't amazing. I don't know why I went down so many gears there. That is how you're supposed to take that corner. That was the first sort of good example of that corner. Could be a fastest sector 2 here. Maybe not. .16 seconds behind Perez now. Fastest sector, well, faster sector 3 for me. That's my fastest lap so far. This is definitely more like it. This is a much better start to the lap. That's still okay, still fastest possible. By 1.3 seconds, that's our fastest sector 1. Which is ridiculous. Let's use some of this ERS. It's our fastest sector 2 as well, which is always nice. That was quite a slow chicane then, but Perez overtook Mazepin now. Fastest lap. Lovely. 1 minute 20. That was a very, very poor set of corners there. 0.5 seconds slower than my fastest sector 1. Not great at all. That was straight over the curb, not very nice at all. "12 seconds off Mazepin. A lot of people ahead of us still need to pit, so I think I can see us. Where can I see us? Maybe 12th when everyone pits. Middle of the field, somewhere around there. Which is not far off the points, obviously, so if we can just keep pushing. "10 seconds off Mazepin now. So we're not going to catch him before he pits. I don't think there's any chance of that. That is, again, that corner took pretty well. "8 seconds off Mazepin now. I think that, yeah, that must have been him I just saw up here. 7 off Mazepin. Maybe we can actually catch him before he pits. 6.5. It seems to be on the corners we're really like taking chunks out of him. I say that, you know what, that was a good recovery. 5.5 nearly. That was my best sector 2 then. 4 and a bit. There he is. Our teammate's in the pits. Will Mazepin go into the pits? Yes, he does. But we took a big chunk then. So we've passed all these people. Hang on, Sainz as well. We've got past Sainz, past Gasly, behind Ricciardo now. So we've done well. I feel like when there's a car in front of me, it's probably when I'm not best. Even though I can get a bit of because I always just really want to push it and try and overtake. It's just not a very good idea ever. It always results in an accident of some sort. Okay, so behind Ricciardo and not far off Bottas, so that sort of shows that we recovered very well after that little incident. Because I don't know where Bottas started actually. But I'm glad I pitted when I did, because well, it just ended up being a massive undercut attempt. But if I'd have stayed out for an extra lap with my wing like that, I would have lost a lot of time. Let's try and get Ricciardo. I mean, we're now up to 7th, which is very nice. And we've managed to get past Ricciardo, but drop a bit further behind Bottas because we did a bit of a dive there. That is using the curbs well. Bottas just seems to be getting further away, to be fair. Is everyone in front of us now like not pitted? I wonder. Yeah, we're just getting further and further away from Bottas. So I guess if we can hold off the competition behind, then this should be where we finish. And we've built over a second gap to Ricciardo now as well, so that's nice. She could do with a collision up front.
This pace is strong, but be aware your tyres need to go the distance.
Too busy looking at my tyres. 30% on the front right. That is a fastest sector 1. And this will not be a fastest sector 2. Oh, it's still fast. You know, we're still on course for a faster lap, and I'm pretty sure I still have the fastest lap of the race. Bottas is closing on Leclerc. That's good, because it means, you know, they're going to have a bit of a fight. It means we can get involved. Cut the gap down to less than a second now, which means we don't get DRS. I was expecting to get DRS there, but didn't get it. Okay, Bottas has got past Leclerc. I was going to go for the move there. Backed out because I didn't realise how fast the corner came up. It just meant we may have wasted a little bit of time. You know, we fell a bit behind now. It all started really on that corner. On the straight though, if we stay within DRS, on the straight, we should be pretty decent. Here, this is... because Leclerc doesn't have DRS and we do. So we've got...
The car behind is dropping back by about 0.3 a lap.
thought he was going to go straight into me then. But we've caught Leclerc. We're not going to get Norris. He's 3 seconds ahead. So that is... not a possibility. But Bottas No, we're closing in. Fastest sector 1 by 0.4. That's because of our DRS and ERS. That is a brilliant few corners, and it's put us right in the fight with Bottas. Again, if we can just make sure we stay within the zone for DRS. Which we definitely are. We're right on his tail. Just set the fastest lap again. Oh, he jolted a bit there. We've got to line first. Oh, that is a lovely manoeuvre there. Just edge past him. Into fourth. I mean, I think a podium is too much to ask for because we've already made up a lot of ground. But Norris is in our sights. Got 3 laps to complete an overtake. And a 1.5 second gap. Cut down to a 1 second gap now. If we can do what we did on the last lap to Bottas, which is just stay a nice distance away like this, get DRS. Okay, I'm not sure we've got enough there. Who is out in... Oh, it's Verstappen, isn't it? That's a bit of gravel, not great. I thought we were going to touch him then. Oh, nearly lost it. But we're right on Norris's tail now. Latifi's out of the session. Please don't be a safety car. Oh, Norris gained a bit there. I'm sure we'll gain a bit here, like we always do, by basically jumping over the corners. We've got that good distance on him again. I mean, we nearly went into the back of him, but going into the last lap, right on Lando's tail. We've got the pace here. This is where we need to make the move. We successfully get past Lando. Now Hamilton is, I was going to say too far away. He's within a second, but to make up a second on him in this lap, we would have to push very hard. Although we're already right behind him, which is good. I feel like the first sector I can make up a bit of time. It's just the rest, not really. This is where Norris got away from me a bit last time. So if we do that like that, which was very nice. I mean, that 3 second time penalty and an illegal. I didn't do that. I never did that. I can't lie. That was my bad, but I'm not having that because I messed that up massively. No. Why am I keep doing it? I've messed this up massively. Getting too greedy with this. Oh, the switchback is beautiful. Oh no, I just dropped down a gear accidentally. I got a beautiful switchback. Could have went round him and then, well, messed it up a bit. But we do a nice dive there. Second play, I know there was that little time penalty then at the end, but after all that hard work, that was a slip. Second place from that position is brilliant. I drove brilliantly. I'm really annoyed at myself. I shouldn't have flashed back there, but I should never have, that should never have happened. I didn't, I didn't mean to do that. Which got a frustrating end to the episode, because did I really finish second? Maybe not. But, I mean, after that, that was a brilliant performance to get all the way back up to second from having an accident on the first lap. But yeah, that's great. We finished second in a Grand Prix that we should never really have been in the top 10 for. And we definitely take that, move on to the next Grand Prix, which is Portugal. Not the biggest fan. There is one corner on the Portuguese Grand Prix that always catches me out and always has me spinning. So that's going to be something to try and, stay away from. But that's it for this episode. Make sure to like the video, subscribe and hit the notification bell for more F1 content.